1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so Sleepwalkin. I will, as usual, have a chart available on my Patreon page. The link is in the description. The tuning is drop D tuning with the capo off. It's D, A, D, G, B, E. So you just bring your low E string down to a D. Capo on the 2nd fret. So if you tune with your capo on, which is sometimes a good idea, then the tuning of your guitar will be E, B, E, A, C sharp, F sharp. Okay, all right, so the very beginning, he says the thing about how it's hard to count off because it starts fast and quickly slows down over these 2 bars. So the first chord is this, it's like a D, we'll call it a D major 9. It's going to come up a couple times. I was playing it like this. So 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, the 3rd string, 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the B string, the 2nd string, and then you strum everything. And the way it works in the intro is it's 2 bars of quarter notes, so 8 times of strumming, and it starts fast and slows down over the course of the 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Okay, that's how the song begins. And that brings you into the verse. There's just 3 chords you have to worry about. One is the A, regular A, so 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the D, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the G, 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the B. And the next chord is like a B minor 9 kind of thing, but it's easy to get to from A because all you have to do is take your 1st finger, pick it up from the 2nd fret of the D, and put it on the 2nd fret of the A. In both of those chords, you don't want to strum the low E string. So that's that second chord, that B minor. First finger on the second fret of the A, second finger on the second fret of the G, and third finger on the second fret of the B. And now this is a tougher one to get into. This is like a weird like F sharp minor kind of thing. It's this. So now your first finger is on the second fret of the G string. Your third finger is on the fourth fret of the low E. This is all obviously in relation to the capo. And your pinky is on the fourth fret of the A. And you kind of don't want the D string to come out. It's okay if it does a little bit. I can't tell if it does on there, but so my pinky is kind of leaning over a little bit to mute the D string. And then I get that chord. And this chord is for two bars. The other two are for 1 bar. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 bar on A, 1 bar on this B minor 9, 2 bars on this F sharp minor thing. Okay. The way that it's done in the right hand is it's in this kind of strumming, picking hybrid kind of method, which you may or may not have done before. So the way I think about this kind of way of playing is it's like I'm still strumming, like my right hand is still going up and down as if I'm strumming. And you can totally play it like this. But I'm going to kind of, within the strumming pattern, try to pick some individual strings. And there's sort of this little melody you can kind of hear the guitar doing, which goes like, right? We're just kind of like, B, E, B, 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 G, B, G, B. So I'm kind of strumming. Then right here, I kind of like grab the B string and grab the E string. Then I grab the B string there as I move from my A to my B minor. B, E, B, move to the B minor, and then again, B, E. And now this one, when I grab the B string, that's when my hand picks up to go from the B minor to the F sharp minor. It's like, B, E, B, B minor, B, E, B, as I switch into the F sharp minor. It's a whole thing. So if you've never done it before, you can try it, you know. It's like almost like down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's talking about how I'm picking it. You don't have to do that. And then when you get to this chord, now it changes from being between the B and the E to being between the G and the B. G, B, G, G, B. And then I was kind of giving it up there. G, B, instead of going G, B, G, G, B, G, G, B, G, G, B. Now switch back to the A. And then sometimes, like in the verses when they're singing, sometimes that pattern moves all the time to the G and the B. So it becomes like G, B, G, G, B, B, G, B, G, G, B. You know, you can kind of hear it doing that. It might do a bunch of different things. It's, you know, it's kind of loose or, you know, semi-improvised. Say just practice strumming while trying to grab some of the strings individually to get that kind of picking effect. All right, so now when it goes into the chorus, it's gonna speed back up first of all, and it does this little walk down thing where sharp minor. And now it's going to be so this is like you kind of play this one. You can either just hold it or you can start trying to strum these downs and get into the chorus tempo. And then it walks down through this chord. It's like a E power chord. The second fret on the low E and the second fret on the A. Sleepwalking. And that one's 2 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1 is how it goes. You can even do the whole thing with power chords, like. So it's like this is your F sharp minor, but you can kind of concentrate on these two. And then move to the second fret on the E and the A. And then just open E and A. And that's where it really starts to speed up. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. And then once it's sped up, once you're done walking down, you get back into that D major 9 chord from the beginning. So my second finger is on the second fret of the G, my third finger is on the second fret of the B, and I start, picking all these. This is 8th notes now, right? 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. And that's when I start going into now the chorus tempo. And I'm doing all that 8th note strumming, but not necessarily like, more like, so in other words, all of my 8th note strums are hitting the low strings, and then I'm sort of giving a rhythmic accent with the high ones. You can make up your own version of that. I'm just saying, don't try to go, maybe go whatever pattern you want. Okay, the chorus is pretty easy because you just go between A and that D major 9, which is just, all you have to do is pick up the first finger of your A chord. And you keep strumming all down strums in 8th notes. And again, you can kind of, you can just do like all those. You might want to give it some kind of rhythmic accent. What I mean by that, in other words, is like, so instead of maybe, you know what I mean? I'm not doing full on every single 8th note. So it goes 4 times. The first chorus, the 4th time, it's gonna go slow back down into the verse tempo on the 4th time when it gets to the D. A, D, let's pretend this is the last time. A, D, 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 D. It's exactly like the intro. And then it's back into the verse. Etc. Then it does another verse. The second chorus, instead of doing that slow down back into the verse, it goes into the, we'll just call it the outro. It's kind of like a bridge or whatever, but it leads to the end. So after it's gone 4 times from A to D, so now it's back to this F sharp minor 7, which is first finger on the 2nd fret of the G, 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the low E, pinky on the 4th fret of the A. 1 bar on that. Then it goes into this like E. I'm not exactly sure what the there's 2 guitars and one of them is in like a standard tuning, and I think that one is just playing like a regular chord. This chord might be, when I looked at the live recording, I felt like she went like this. Like did something weird, but what I did is this. This is like an E chord kind of thing. First finger on the 1st fret of the G, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the low E, 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the A. Right? And then goes to A, and then that D. F sharp minor, E, 4 times of that little progression. And the 4th time, oh God. So now it's like the intro again. When it gets to the D the last time, it's going to slow down. To find out I'm fine with what I've got. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now it sounds like it's back in the verse, but it's going to go to the D instead of the F sharp minor. So it's a little easier. So the last 4 times through this progression was like this guitar solo, right? It's A to B minor 7, B minor 9 thing, to D major 9, which does the same thing that the F sharp minor 7/4 thing did before, which is 2 bars. So A, B minor 9, D major 9. And this goes for 2 bars. You know? It's going to do that 4 times, and the 4th time, let's put in this the 4th time, it's going to end on the D. That's how it ends. That's the whole song. Let me know if anything is confusing or if you have any questions, and anything else. And thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year.